Alrighty, let's get caught up. Waltz says he's deeply honored to continue serving Trump. Outgoing National Security Advisor Mike Waltz says he's deeply honored to continue serving President Donald Trump after the president announced today that he'd be nominating Waltz to serve as a U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Now, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is a promotion." Is it really? Because Donald Trump doesn't like the UN. And word on the curb is that they were kind of bumping heads regarding how the administration should move and the direction, and he was kind of overstepping his bounds and getting on people's nerves. So is this just a way to get him out of DC over to New York and just put him in the quicksand? I don't know. I'm not quite sure on that one. But Mike Waltz is out as Trump's national security advisor. Here's what you need to know to get up to speed. President Donald Trump said today that he would nominate Mike Waltz to serve as United Nations ambassador, shifting his role as national security advisor. The shakeup comes after widespread reports that Trump planned to oust him from the national security post earlier in the day. A White House official later told CNN Trump informed Waltz of the changes this morning. Yeah, because a lot of people in the administration had no idea what was going on, and they were learning and getting updates from the news media. Waltz has been on shaky ground and lost most of his influence in the West Wing after he inadvertently added the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic to a group chat about military strikes in March. But Hegseth's continued use of Signal didn't do... Okay. How we got here. Waltz's job has been in limbo since it was made clear to him earlier this week that his time leading the National Security Council had come to an end, according to a source familiar with what happened. After the Signal reporting came out, Trump stood by him at the time, but Waltz's standing never really recovered, according to 4 sources. Marco Rubio will serve as both Secretary of State and interim National Security Advisor, Trump said in a post on Truth Social. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce expressed confidence Rubio could do both jobs and said the former senator had a close working relationship with Trump. First of all, Rubio has yet to fulfill all of the duties of Secretary of State. The position of Secretary of State has been chopped and screwed so much, it has become a collaborative. You have a special envoy that's doing certain things. Like, there are other people doing the majority, the crux of the duties of the Secretary of State. So will he really be having anything added? No, he'll finally be given something to do instead of trekking around the West Wing looking to pick up crumbs from Trump. Trump did not mention Waltz during a speech in the Rose Garden today, but he did praise other members of his cabinet, starting with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who was also involved in the Signal chats. Hegseth has more support outside the administration throughout the MAGA movement than Waltz, who was viewed with deep suspicion among the base. Trump cycled through 3 national security advisors during his first administration. And, this one lasted longer than the first one during the first 100 days, so yay. Trump's first national security advisor, Michael Flynn, was on the job for just 25 days. Told you. Flynn's replacement, H.R. McMaster, was able to last longer in the role, over 13 months. Trump then announced John Bolton for the job, who was out about a year later, followed by Robert O'Brien. Is it? Geez, a kiss of death. Waltz was captured in a photo appearing to browse the Signal app during yesterday's cabinet meeting. I know y'all gonna think I'm joking, so of course I'm gonna show you the picture. Ousted National Security Advisor Mike Waltz was captured in a photograph from yesterday's cabinet meeting, appearing to browse Signal, the encrypted messaging app on which he inadvertently added a journalist to a chat where senior administration officials were discussing military strike plans. Were they talking shit about Trump during that? I don't know. In the photo by Reuters photographer Evelyn Hochstein, Waltz, who was removed as National Security Advisor today, appears to be browsing messages, including those with Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Envoy Steve Witkoff, and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard. Trump said today he was not nominating Waltz to be U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations and naming Rubio Interim National Security Advisor. And I know Stefanik is somewhere punching this air, but so Waltz is being punished for Signal. And they're making a big deal that he's continuing to use Signal, but also on Signal chatting with him is J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Steve Witkoff, Tulsi Gabbard that we know of. Okay. The Atlantic's Jeffrey Goldberg revealed in March that Waltz had added him to the Signal chat on which Trump's cabinet sent detailed operational plans and other likely highly classified information about U.S. military strikes on Yemen. You know what? This administration is looking more and more like the cast of Benny Hill. What do you think?